Alright everybody, what's up? It's Aaron with Stiebler Tech, just reviewing Destiny 2, the beta, open beta that's available on the Blizzard/Battle.net launcher. If you open it up, it's right there, and wanted to just walk you guys through a little bit of my opinions on it. I played Destiny 1 back in the day, a couple years ago, and I wasn't too impressed. It was initially really fun, but as you guys know, the DLC model just really got under my skin. I didn't like having to keep buying extra content to be able to figure out the story, and the original story really was very bare bones. So I kind of am coming into this game cautiously, but I do have to say one thing: the visuals are quite stunning, especially on PC. Just seeing it run at over 100 frames per second, if you have the rig to do that, it's pretty impressive. The menu system overall looks kind of similar to the first game. There's, I'm sure, new weapons. I'm not a pro. I don't know exactly which ones might be new or old, but they fire really well. It feels a lot different coming from playing on PlayStation, which is what I played Destiny 1 on, and on PC. I have to say, I'm kind of converted and want to stay here for this round if I end up getting this game down the road. But I honestly am very skeptical. I don't trust Activision or Bungie after, as I mentioned before, the DLC model just seems kind of anti-consumer, but overall I think that this game does have a lot of potential. But my biggest concern is that it's not just one giant shiny turd of a game that looks really pretty but really doesn't have very much content in the center, and that is yet to be seen. One thing I have to give this game props for is the atmosphere. I mean, look at that. Really impressive. Seems like you're almost watching a movie. Just everything going on in the background, the animations, the setting. If there's one thing I can't knock Bungie on, is they're very good at their design overall. Their art style's very fresh, it pops, it's very appealing to the eye. A lot of eye candy. The fire effects, the lighting right here is just incredible. Overall, really, I just can't praise enough the visuals of this game. But I'm still being very cautious. You know, the gameplay has to deliver, the story needs to be there, and I just can't accept them cutting up what would maybe be a 20-hour story, let's say, into 4 different DLC packs. I really think that the base game needs to be bare minimum 15 hours to be acceptable. And Destiny 1, I recall, just felt a lot shorter, and maybe it was about that long, but it was just a lot of grinding, and there's really not a lot of substance. I'm hoping that they have a really compelling story, memorable characters, and they maybe develop your own character as well, so you're not just a no-name who doesn't really speak. If you notice too that this is the main town, the main city in Destiny 1 that is being under attack. It's being destroyed. I thought this was kind of surreal, kind of cool to look back and see what's going on. All this stuff's happening to the central hub that we're used to hanging out in. The healing little void that you put up, kind of a cool warlock effect. I don't recall that being in the first game, could be wrong though. Very helpful when you're playing with buddies. Overall, very impressed just with how well this game runs for being first time on PC. They've definitely optimized it well, and it's unfortunate we have to wait till late October to get the release, but the good news behind that is we can let the console gamers kind of guinea pig and beta test this game for us further starting next week, September. It's going to come out, we'll get reviews, and PC gamers will be able to go in knowing, well, is it worth it, is it not? So I'm actually kind of excited for that, to be able to see if they're going to pull the same old tricks and break it up into DLC packs, or if it's going to really deliver. This flame sword's awesome. Can't get enough of it. Yeah, that's probably one of the most fun things to do, is just pop that off and every one of the map's gone. I'm a huge Halo fan, and I can't help but feel like the AI just feels like you're playing Halo at times. The way these monsters react just remind me so much of Brutes and sometimes of Elites. Definitely can see some of the programming, the AI programming, carrying over from Halo in this game. And that's why this game is so hard not to want to like, but there's definitely tons of faults in the first game, so I'm going in very cautiously and hoping that Bungie has learned just how to release content. The rain effects here are just so impressive. And I have to, you know, this video was recorded at 60 frames per second, couldn't go any higher unfortunately. I was playing at an average of about 130 frames, and this is maxed out high on everything, and it's amazing, it's so smooth, and even at 60 frames it looks great. And I'd like to talk about Crucible a little bit. Definitely a very popular part of Destiny, why a lot of people play. Hasn't changed a ton. Still offers 4-on-4 gameplay, which I really wish they would expand. I think it'd be a great opportunity to maybe follow in the footsteps of, I don't know, what Halo 5 has done and do a Warzone type matches where you can have vehicles and just, they kind of have vehicles in this game, or had them at least, but they didn't really serve too big of a purpose. And I feel like 4-on-4, especially on PC, is pretty limiting. There is a new fun game type that kind of reminds me a lot of Counter-Strike, where once you're eliminated you have to sit out the match, and it's kind of a plant bomb and defend bomb objective based game. Overall, Destiny 2 really more seems like a Destiny 1.5 so far. It looks really pretty but plays the exact same. Nothing really new here. If you've played Destiny 1, you're gonna know what to expect with this game. If you're a newcomer, it's a fun shooter. It's a solid FPS. There's no glitches that I ran into on PC. Story is yet to be seen if it's going to be quality or not. I'm really hoping that Bungie has learned a lot from all the feedback they've gotten, and hopefully we'll have a big chunk of the game included in the base game and not just rely on DLC 3 months down the road, and then a year later have a Game of the Year almost type edition like the Taken King that really has the full story that really should have been there in the first place. I really hope that's not the case with Destiny 2. If it's not, then I probably will check it out in October. Like I said, I'm going to give the console gamers a chance to guinea pig it for us. You guys can test it out the next month and let us know if it's worth it or not on PC. So I appreciate you stopping by. I hope that you enjoyed the stay. Check out the Destiny 2 beta while it's open for the next couple days on the Battle.net launcher. Destiny 2 launches September 6th on Xbox and PS4, and then late October on PC. Hope you enjoyed watching the video. Kind of long-winded, but hope you got some value from it. Feel free to subscribe, Stiebler Tech. We're also on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Take a look around. There'll be videos releasing every week. Hope you have a good day. This is Aaron signing off. See ya.